During the filming of Night of the Living Dead, an unexpected scene unfolded that drew the attention of the local community. As the production team set up for a pivotal moment, townspeople began to gather, bringing along their lawn chairs. This spontaneous turnout was not just a casual gathering, it reflected the unique atmosphere surrounding the film's creation. The residents of the small Pennsylvania town were intrigued by the unusual sight of a horror film being made in their midst. Curiosity turned into a social event as families and friends settled into their chairs, eager to witness the action unfold. The filmmakers, aware of the growing audience, embraced the moment, allowing the townsfolk to become part of the experience. This interaction between the crew and the community added an unexpected layer to the film's production, showcasing the blend of horror and local culture. The scene became a memorable anecdote, illustrating how a simple film shoot could transform into a communal event, leaving a lasting impression on both the filmmakers and the spectators. The film has gained an extreme cult following, becoming a significant part of horror cinema history. Its impact is felt not only in the genre but also in the way it influenced filmmakers and audiences alike. The black and white photography is often praised for its stark contrasts and haunting visuals, which enhance the film's eerie atmosphere. Inventive camera angles contribute to the storytelling, creating tension and immersing viewers in the terrifying experience. Made for about $114,000, Night of the Living Dead is a remarkable example of how creativity can triumph over budget constraints. Despite its modest production cost, the film grossed approximately $30 million, showcasing its widespread appeal and the effectiveness of its marketing. This financial success helped pave the way for future independent films, and demonstrated that a compelling story, combined with innovative techniques, could resonate with audiences. The film's legacy continues to inspire new generations of filmmakers and horror enthusiasts, solidifying its place in cinematic history. The writers of Night of the Living Dead initially referred to the undead as ghouls, exploring various shocking behaviors to define their terrifying nature. They ultimately decided on cannibalism, a choice that would set the tone for the horror genre in the years to come. To create the unsettling visual effects of the undead, the production team had to think creatively. They used roasted ham, which was covered in chocolate sauce, to simulate the appearance of decaying flesh. This clever use of food not only provided a realistic look, but also added a layer of grotesque appeal that would haunt viewers. For the blood, they turned to Tabasco chocolate syrup, which gave a dark, rich color that effectively mimicked the look of real blood. This combination of props and makeup techniques contributed significantly to the film's chilling atmosphere. The innovative approach to special effects in Night of the Living Dead helped to establish a new standard for horror films, influencing countless productions that followed. The raw and gritty aesthetic of the film, combined with its groundbreaking themes, left a lasting impact on the genre and continues to resonate with audiences today. The farmhouse used in Night of the Living Dead was loaned by its owner, who had plans to demolish it. This unique situation allowed the production team to utilize a real location, adding authenticity to the film. The crew began their work by cleaning up the farmhouse, focusing first on the kitchen to create a clean space for meals during the shoot. This attention to detail helped set the tone for the film, which has become a classic in the horror genre. Released on October 1, 1968, Night of the Living Dead holds a significant place in film history as one of the last movies released without a rating. This was just before the United States movie rating system was instituted in November 1968. The absence of a rating contributed to the film's controversial reception, as it pushed boundaries and challenged societal norms regarding violence and horror in cinema. The film's production and its impact on the rating system reflect a pivotal moment in the evolution of filmmaking and audience expectations. The cemetery scene in Night of the Living Dead was filmed in the secluded Evans City Cemetery. This location was chosen specifically to minimize interruptions during the shoot, allowing the filmmakers to create a tense and eerie atmosphere without outside distractions. The choice of a cemetery added to the film's horror elements, setting the stage for the unfolding nightmare. In contrast, the basement scenes were not filmed in the farmhouse as one might expect. Instead, these crucial moments were shot in the basement of an editing studio located in downtown Pittsburgh. This decision likely stemmed from practical considerations, as the studio provided a controlled environment for the filmmakers to work in. Interestingly, the first scene of the film, which introduces the characters and sets the tone for the story, was actually the last to be filmed. This scene was shot in November 1967, after the majority of the film had already been completed. This unique filming schedule reflects the challenges and creative decisions that the filmmakers faced while bringing their vision to life. The music in Night of the Living Dead played a crucial role in setting the film's eerie atmosphere. Most of the soundtrack was sourced from public domain music and Capitol Records stock library, which kept costs low at about $1,500. This choice allowed the filmmakers to allocate their limited budget to other essential aspects of production. The haunting sounds contributed significantly to the film's tension and suspense, enhancing the viewer's experience as the story unfolded. Additionally, the authenticity of the film's setting was emphasized by the use of real tombstones. George Romero, the director, confirmed that the tombstone in front of which Barbara kneels is genuine. The production team faced financial constraints that made it impossible to create fake tombstones. This decision added a layer of realism to the film, grounding its horror in a tangible reality. The combination of the carefully selected music and the use of real grave markers helped to create a chilling atmosphere that has left a lasting impact on the horror genre. Initially, the film was known as Night of the Flesh Eaters, a title that hinted at a different kind of horror involving extraterrestrial beings. This concept was quite different from what the film ultimately became. The filmmakers were exploring themes of fear and survival, but the original idea leaned towards science fiction rather than the more grounded horror that would emerge. However, during the production process, they discovered a 1964 film titled The Flesh Eaters. This discovery prompted a significant change in direction. The filmmakers decided to alter the title to Night of the Living Dead, which better reflected the film's focus on the undead and the terrifying scenarios that unfold when a group of people is trapped in a farmhouse during a zombie apocalypse. This title change not only aligned with the film's content, but also helped to establish a new genre of horror that would influence countless films in the years to come. The shift from a story about flesh-eating aliens to one about living dead creatures marked a pivotal moment in horror cinema, setting the stage for the iconic status that Night of the Living Dead would eventually achieve. The film's legacy continues to resonate, showcasing how a simple title change can lead to a profound impact on the genre and its audience. The film fell into public domain due to missing the copyright notice, which had significant consequences for its distribution and legacy. This oversight allowed for unauthorized prints to circulate widely, making Night of the Living Dead accessible to a larger audience than the filmmakers might have anticipated. As a result, the film became a cultural phenomenon, often screened in various venues without the need for permission from the original creators. In the small town where the film was shot, the local community reacted in a unique way. Many residents showed up with lawn chairs, eager to witness the filming process. Their expectations were quite amusing, as some anticipated seeing nude zombies, a notion likely fueled by the film's shocking and provocative nature. This blend of curiosity and misunderstanding highlighted the film's impact on popular culture and the way it blurred the lines between horror and entertainment. The town's reaction not only contributed to the film's lore, but also reflected the changing attitudes toward horror films during that era. The unexpected public interest and the film's subsequent journey into public domain status have made Night of the Living Dead a lasting part of cinematic history. In the film Night of the Living Dead, there is a notable scene featuring a nude zombie, which adds to the film's shock value and horror elements. This particular zombie, who is seen without clothing, is later identified as Carol Wayne. Interestingly, she also appears clothed in other scenes throughout the movie, showcasing the film's unique approach to character design and the portrayal of the undead. The decision to include a nude zombie was bold for its time, contributing to the film's reputation as a groundbreaking horror classic. Additionally, there were some behind-the-scenes challenges during the production. Russell Steiner's mother's car was used in the cemetery scenes, but it suffered damage during filming. This incident prompted director George Romero to rewrite the scene to accommodate the car's condition. Such adjustments are common in filmmaking, where unexpected events can lead to creative changes in the script. The combination of these elements, the striking image of the nude zombie, and the practical challenges faced during production, helped shape Night of the Living Dead into a film that remains influential in the horror genre. The film's world premiere took place at the Fulton Theater in Pittsburgh on October 1, 1968, where it was met with a standing ovation from the audience. This enthusiastic reception marked the beginning of its journey into cinematic history. Despite facing initial criticism for its graphic gore and unsettling themes, Night of the Living Dead quickly gained recognition as a groundbreaking work in the horror genre. Its low-budget production did not hinder its impact. Instead, it became a defining example of how independent filmmaking could challenge mainstream cinema. The film's innovative approach to storytelling, combined with its social commentary on issues such as race and survival, resonated with viewers and critics alike. Over the years, Night of the Living Dead has been celebrated for its influence on the zombie genre and horror films in general. It is now regarded as a classic, often studied for its artistic merit and cultural significance. The film's legacy continues to inspire filmmakers and entertain audiences, solidifying its place in the annals of film history. Night of the Living Dead, directed by George A. Romero, is widely regarded as a seminal work in the horror genre, particularly for its groundbreaking introduction of zombies into mainstream cinema. While there had been earlier films featuring the undead, none had achieved the same level of influence or cultural significance as this 1968 classic. The film's plot centers around a group of survivors who take refuge in an old farmhouse during a sudden zombie outbreak. As the night progresses, tensions rise among the group, leading to conflicts that reveal the darker aspects of human nature in the face of impending doom. One of the film's most notable strengths is its ability to create a palpable atmosphere of dread and isolation. The stark black and white cinematography enhances the film's haunting quality, allowing the viewer to feel the claustrophobia of the farmhouse and the relentless threat posed by the zombies outside. Romero's direction is masterful, showcasing his talent for building suspense and crafting a narrative that is both simple and deeply effective. The pacing is tight, maintaining a relentless momentum that keeps audiences on the edge of their seats, even more than 5 decades after its release. The performances in Night of the Living Dead are another highlight, particularly that of Duane Jones, who plays the film's lead character, Ben. His portrayal is both charismatic and confident, providing a strong anchor for the film's unfolding chaos. Jones's casting was groundbreaking for its time, as it challenged racial stereotypes and offered a nuanced representation of a black protagonist in a leading role. In contrast, Judith O'Dea's character, Barbara, is often viewed as a more traditional portrayal of a damsel in distress. While some critics argue that her character lacks depth, others appreciate the vulnerability she brings to the film, highlighting the varied responses to her performance. The supporting cast, including Carl Hardman, Marilyn Eastman, Kieran Shahn, Keith Wayne, and Judith Wayne, also deliver solid performances that contribute to the film's overall impact. Each character brings a unique perspective to the group dynamic, showcasing how fear and desperation can lead to both cooperation and conflict. This exploration of human behavior under extreme circumstances adds a layer of complexity to the narrative, elevating it beyond a mere horror film. Despite its status as a horror masterpiece, Night of the Living Dead is not without its criticisms. Some viewers feel that the film's pacing can occasionally lag, particularly in the quieter moments of character development. Others argue that certain characters are underwritten, leaving them feeling one-dimensional in the face of the more prominent themes of survival and societal breakdown. However, these critiques often serve to spark discussions about the film's intentions and the broader implications of its narrative choices. Ultimately, Night of the Living Dead remains a cornerstone of the horror genre, transcending its own narrative to comment on societal issues such as fear, isolation, and the fragility of human relationships. Its influence can be seen in countless films that followed, solidifying its place in cinematic history. The film's ability to evoke fear and provoke thought continues to resonate with audiences, ensuring that it will be remembered as one of the finest examples of independent horror filmmaking. As a testament to its enduring legacy, Night of the Living Dead deserves all the recognition it has garnered over the years, standing tall amidst the many knockoffs and remakes that have emerged in its wake. As the credits roll on this chilling tale of survival, the story doesn't end here. The haunting atmosphere of Night of the Living Dead lingers. But what about the faces behind the fear? In this bonus segment, we delve into the lives of the cast members who brought this iconic film to life. Discover the paths they took after the cameras stopped rolling. Some found fame in unexpected places, while others faced struggles that mirrored the very horror they portrayed. What challenges did they encounter in a world forever changed by their roles? From the lead actors to the supporting cast, each had a unique journey that adds depth to our understanding of this classic. Join us as we explore the legacies of these performers, revealing how their experiences shaped their lives and careers long after the Night of the Living Dead. Prepare for surprising revelations that will keep you on the edge of your seat. In the 1968 film Night of the Living Dead, George Romero took on the role of a Washington reporter, a character that served as a critical voice amidst the chaos of a zombie apocalypse. This role highlighted the media's struggle to convey truth in a world spiraling into madness. Romero's portrayal was not just a nod to journalism, but a reflection of societal fears during a turbulent time in American history. After the film's release, Romero faced significant challenges. He struggled to find funding for his projects, often battling industry skepticism about horror films. His next major work, Dawn of the Dead, faced controversy for its graphic content and social commentary, which some found unsettling. Personal hardships included financial difficulties and the pressures of maintaining creative control over his work. Romero also dealt with the loss of close friends and collaborators, which deeply affected him. In his later years, Romero continued to influence the horror genre, but he faced health issues, including lung cancer, which he battled until his death in July 2017. His legacy endures through his films, which continue to resonate with audiences, reflecting the darker aspects of human nature and society. As we wrap up our look at Night of the Living Dead, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia. This film not only changed the landscape of horror, but also transformed the lives of its cast. Duane Jones, who played Ben, broke barriers as one of the first black leads in a horror film, paving the way for future actors. Judith O'Dea, who portrayed Barbara, faced the challenge of being a strong female character in a genre often dominated by male heroes. Their experiences on set and the impact of the film shaped their careers in ways they could never have imagined. Now, we want to hear from you. Did you watch Night of the Living Dead in your childhood? What memories do you have connected to this iconic film? Perhaps it was a family movie night or a sleepover with friends. Share your stories in the comments below. Your memories are part of the legacy of this groundbreaking film, and we would love to